After a major redesign in 2021, Apple seems to have a lot in stock for the next generation of Apple MacBook Pro. There are so many expectations, from the update for the screen to the display to the processor. Let's talk about this update and everything else you need to know about the next generation of Apple MacBook Pro. The next generation of MacBook Pro. So, the MacBook Pro has been updated from inside out, and in many ways, its look and features are a tribute to older Macs. However, the MacBook Pro still has the same aluminium unibody design and comes in silver or space grey. In relation to the sizes, there haven't been that many major changes, so you can still tell right away that these computers are MacBook Pros. The corners seem to be more rounded than they used to be, and there are 4 feet on the bottom to give the building a little bit more height. However, the laptop is now flatter and the bottom is less curved. The MacBook Pro screens. The MacBook Pro comes with a 14-inch and 16-inch screen. The top and sides have thin bezels, and the top has a notch for the camera. The newer generation of MacBook Pros, which use Intel's new processor, are heavier, and the 16-inch model is thicker than its predecessors. The 14-inch model has a length of 12.31 inches, a width of 8.71 inches, and a thickness of 0.61 inches. It is bigger in every way than the model that came before it, apart from how thick it is. The 16-inch model has a length of 14.01 inches, a width of 9.77 inches, and a depth of 0.66 inches. This means that the 16-inch model is a little shorter, but it also is a bit wider and a bit thicker, as the previous model was 0.64 inches. It weighs 4.7 pounds, which is 0.4 pounds more than the 16-inch MacBook Pro from 2019 that it replaces. The MacBook Pro keyboard. The keyboard is all black, the trackpad is big, and there are more ports on the left and right sides. There is still a big trackpad with Force Touch, and on either sides of the keyboards are 2 speaker grills. The updated MacBook Pro thermal design. Apple says that the updated thermal architecture of the MacBook Pro makes it possible for the device to keep running at phenomenal levels while staying cool and quiet. Most of the day-to-day activities don't involve turning on the fans. Even though the speed of the fans has been slowed down, the design of the MacBook Pro makes the most of the space inside the computer, and it is built around a sophisticated thermal system. This can move about 50% more air than the machines from the last generation. The new Apple displays. In relation with the display, Apple calls this display on both versions of the MacBook Pro a Liquid Retina XDR display. This is the same mini LED technology that was first seen in the 12.9-inch iPad Pro. The 16-inch MacBook Pro screen is 16.2 inches wide and has a native resolution of 3456 by 2234 pixels with 254 pixels per inch. The native resolution of the 14-inch MacBook Pro screen is 3024 by 1964 pixels, and there are, again, 254 pixels per inch. The size of this panel is 14.2 inches. Except for a few differences, the 14-inch and 16-inch screens are the exact same. The only differences are the different sizes and different resolutions that go with them. Both of them have a contrast ratio of 1,000,000:1 and use mini LED technology. The first has a constant brightness of 1000 nits, while the second can reach a peak brightness of 1600 nits. The displays can show a billion different colours and use P3 wide colour, which make these colours look bright and real. And if needed, the display can be calibrated to make it even more accurate. Apple says that users can expect HDR content to come to life, with more details in the shadows, brighter highlights, deeper blacks, and more vibrant colours than ever before. This is made possible by the use of 10,000 mini LEDs that are set up in zones that can be dimmed locally and controlled individually. When showing SDR content, the display can show up to 500 nits of brightness. HDR content is the only thing that will take advantage of the display's maximum brightness of 1600 nits. The MacBook Pro side view. Because the chip is bigger, 16-inch machines with the M1 Max chip are a lot heavier than 16-inch machines with the M1 Pro chip. This is a very important difference. The words MacBook Pro that used to be below the screen have been taken off, and the Macintosh logo, which is usually on the top of the device, can still be seen. However, it's in its new place, which is now on the bottom of the MacBook Pro. The True Tone feature. The True Tone feature is supported. This is a feature that tries to match the white balance of the screen to the natural lighting in the room. True Tone is a technology that Apple have been using for a long time. Its goal is to make it easier on your eyes to look at the Mac screen by changing the display's color temperature and brightness based on where you are. The fact that the new MacBook Pros have ProMotion technology, which lets the refresh rate be changed from 24Hz to 120Hz, is especially interesting. When viewing a static page that doesn't need a high refresh rate, the MacBook Pro's screens use the lower refresh rate to save battery life. But when you play games, scroll, or do other things that require a higher refresh rate for smoother content, the higher frame rate takes over. The update on the ports. Apple took away all ports from the 2016 MacBook Pro, except for the Thunderbolt and USB-C ports. But when the 2021 refresh was announced, Apple put back some of these ports that had been taken away. The MacBook Pro models come with a 3.5mm headphone jack that supports high-impedance headphones, an SD card slot, a HDMI 2.0 port, and 3 Thunderbolt 4 ports. Apple have also brought back the MagSafe port and a braided MagSafe cable that can be used to charge other devices. The MagSafe port is almost the same as the MagSafe port that was used before 2016. If you pull on the cable, it will break away from the port. The MagSafe port, which was used on older Apple products, was the first to have this style. The M1 Pro and M1 Max chips. Apple made the M1 Pro and the M1 Max, the two new generations of its M1 silicon processor. These can be used in its line of MacBook Pro laptops. Both of these chips are much stronger than Apple's first M1 CPU, which was already very fast and beat many personal computers with processors from other companies. The M1 Pro has 33.7 billion transistors, while the M1 Max has 57 billion. Both of these are made with the 5nm process, which is based on architecture. In terms of GPU speed, the M1 Pro is up to twice as fast as the original M1, and then the M1 Max is up to 4 times as fast as the original M1. Apple says that the M1 Pro has 1.7 times more CPU performance than the latest 8-core PC laptop chip, all of this while using 70% less power, and that GPU is up to 7 times faster than the integrated graphics on the same PC. These claims have been tested by third parties and found out to be true. The M1 Pro's GPU performance is about the same as that you'll find in a strong discrete GPU in a PC, but it only uses 1/3 as much power. The M1 Max chip is the most powerful chip ever made by Apple. They say that the processor's GPU works just as well as a high-end GPU in a small Pro PC laptop, while using up to 40% less power. The performance is about the same as the most powerful GPU in the most powerful laptops, but it uses up to 100 watts less power. Apple says that the M1 Pro and the M1 Max can keep working at the same level, whether plugged in or running on their batteries. This is possible because the CPUs inside of the devices work so well. Because the M1 Pro and M1 Max chips produce less heat than regular Intel chips, newer models of the MacBook Pro can run quieter with less use. And that's it. So what do you think of the next generation of MacBook Pro? Are you excited for them, and what features are you ready to try? Let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to get more updates like this one. And as always, thank you very much for watching.